All right, tag title time for the Monday Night Raw brand. It's going to be those new members of the Shield. We've got Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan going up against the Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus. I honestly am really surprised that Cesaro and Sheamus are still going as a tag team. I think that they both were really, really good single stars. Of course, Sheamus a couple times with the World Heavyweight Championship. At one point, it looked like he was the guy that WWE really wanted to build the SmackDown brand around WrestleMania 28 when he won the Royal Rumble, then went on to WrestleMania where he would beat Daniel Bryan in the opening match in a matter of seconds in order to win the World Heavyweight title. But, when Mick Foley planned it and put these guys together, I think he really came up with a good idea, because I didn't really think at the time that these guys would still be going strong and kicking all this ass. But the Bar been a really good team on the Monday Night Raw brand, and they're going to be going up against this sort of a weird pairing. And Seth Rollins is even saying that Jason Jordan is winning him over. He didn't think this was going to last, and he sort of thought this was going to be a tag team a lot like, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I'm sure the tag team was Dude Love. Mick Foley really wanted to be his partner, but Austin didn't want to have a partner back in 1997, which I think would then lead to them feuding with Vince McMahon, when we almost thought we were actually going to get the Austin versus Vince match, and then Dude Love came out and shoved his fingers down Austin's throat. This is going to be a good match, and honestly, I'm thinking off the top of my head right now, but I'm thinking that the Bar is not going to be able to pull off the win at this show. I'm thinking that Jordan and Rollins will overcome the odds to keep the titles, but the breakup should be coming sooner than later. I've been hearing a lot of things that basically they're having to go in different directions now because of Ambrose's injury. But as of right now, I'm hearing that it's planned that it's going to be Jason Jordan against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. This should be honestly a feud because of the breakup of the tag team. I'm guessing that it has to be that Jason Jordan finds a way to turn on Seth Rollins. I'm guessing that he just needs to prove to his dad, as well as prove to all the fans how good he is, and that he can stand up to anybody on Monday Night Raw. We've seen this guy go out and have match after match, whether it's Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, trying to earn respect, and he's always had good matches, but he's never been able to pull out the win. And if Jason Jordan does go to WrestleMania and has a match against Seth Rollins, I'm not saying that's main event caliber, but it's definitely big enough to be on the show instead of being, set on the pre-show. Seth Rollins, a guy, won the Money in the Bank. He is a two-time former WWE champion, and he always seems to be almost in the thick of it. These two tag teams honestly should go out there and really beat the hell out of each other and just tear it up. I honestly would not be surprised that all four members of this team ends up in the Royal Rumble. As of right now, they're not named as competitors to be involved in the match. I think that they'll be there once it comes down to it. You need 30 guys to fill it up, and I think this year is going to be sort of hard to find surprises of people to be going into the match. I think that it's just going to be mainly guys on the main roster, maybe some guys from NXT, and I guess a lot of people have been talking about the WWE UK champion, canceling a date on a house show. Not a house show, I apologize, an indie date, and it just happens to be the same day as the Royal Rumble, so I'm guessing he's going to be coming in. So that should be really fun to see all of these guys go in there. When it comes down to it, all four of these members are big members of Monday Night Raw. I would not be surprised to see I wouldn't be surprised to see a few of these guys involved in the thick of it. I think Seth Rollins is a guy that is a former champion that is looked at as the threat to win the Royal Rumble. He would not be my pick, but for somebody trying to set up something that he could do it, and maybe you see where Shawn Michaels dumps Diesel out of the Royal Rumble, and then you have to, sort of debate, was it on purpose? Was it on accident? That's something that they could do with Jason Jordan, because they have to work towards this WrestleMania match. Is it going to be that, Jason Jordan just, was trying to help but ends up, being some kind of dummy, and now Rollins doesn't have a match for WrestleMania, and we have to build to the point where we do the Rollins match. The bar, with the fact that these guys can work together as well as work singles. I think Sheamus and Cesaro would be threats to be involved, maybe even going as far as the Final Four before finding a way to be eliminated. They're good singles wrestlers as well as tag guys. So, I think that this honestly could go either way. So I would not be surprised to see them in there. I wouldn't pick any of them to win the Rumble, but I do think they're all going to be there. When all the smoke clears on their match, I still see Rollins as well as Jordan holding the tag titles. I think that it is going to be a good day for this match. I think it's pretty much well said this is going to be on the show. It's not going to be on the pre-show or anything like that. So we'll see what goes down. WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble right up around the corner.